Hi there guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Apologies for the absence these last few weeks. I've had serious health issues. I'm not 100% great at the moment. My hands are still a little swollen due to my disease and my illness, my medical condition. I thought I needed to do some videos. I've missed doing them. So apologies today if I drop the DVDs or if my hands are a bit shaky. My right hand in particular is quite sore at the moment. So I was going to put this one I'm going to review for you now, Ric Flair's last match DVD. I was going to put this in the Obscure Wrestling DVD series. Well, I considered it anyway, but I couldn't wait and then review those other two I promised before that. I wanted to just get on and watch this because it was just, I don't know, I was just really curious to see what it was like. I mean, I've had friends tell me it's really good. I've not watched it until I've watched it now, obviously. So this was my first time watching it. We'll get into my opinions and everything on it in just a second. So there's the front cover artwork. I like the purple background, it's pretty cool. We have Flair and Andrade, Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and then we got Jay Lethal rubbing blood of Ric Flair over his chest while there's is that Jarrett and Flair there when Flair got attacked in the car park, from what I remember when they done the highlight package before the match. And there's Karen Jarrett, not Karen Flair. Karen Flair, no, Karen Angle even, I was going to say. Karen Flair, hey. Karen Jarrett, okay. Sorry guys. And then you can see it says Nature Boy above the logo there. So this was a Jim Crockett promotion production. We don't have anything on the spine written, which is a bit stupid in my opinion. They could have at least, you know, written what it is on there. Well, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to moan too much about it. The inside interior artwork looks pretty awesome. It's got like lots of moments from the pay-per-view, and it all builds up to like a shadow of Ric Flair in his robe, and there's like loads of diamonds behind him as well, and near his head there, and stretching out over to the other side. There's the disc. Butterflies on that one as well. And there's the behind the disc, what it looks like. So yeah, this was like a really big celebration, obviously, that made a big deal out of it. There's the back. Sorry guys, I thought I was going to drop that then. I'm ever so sorry. Right, okay, so it's Jim Crockett Promotions Revival. Relive the excitement of Ric Flair's last match held on 7th 31. So July 31st. Sorry guys, because everything's all jumbled up there. Sorry. At the Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm sorry I can't pronounce that word there with the M. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, in Nashville, Tennessee. Sorry. Watch one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, Ric Flair, as he teams with Andrade El Idolo to face off against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett with Karen Jarrett, not Karen Flair. It's history in the making as the Nature Boy goes walking down that aisle for one last time, closing the final chapter of his 50-year career. What intrigued me to get this DVD in the first place, I'm not a Ric Flair fan. It's complete opposite. It's just my opinion of the guy. I don't like the guy at all. I know a lot of people have a lot of respect for him, for what he's done in the business and everything, but he's not my kind of wrestler. I've never really liked him, and you know, everything he's done over the past few years is just, you know, made things even worse for me not to like him, giving me more hate towards him. Don't mean to be, it's just my opinion. don't like the guy. I'll get that out to you guys now, my opinion on that. I don't like the guy. But what I got this DVD for is because, one, as I'm a DVD collector of wrestling, as you guys know. Two, because the match undercard, some of these matches sounded really cool. And there were some Impact Wrestling championships on the line in a few of the matches, which I'll go over in a second. And I had, as I said earlier, I had friends telling me this is definitely worth watching. Okay, so let's talk about these matches. So the show kicked off with the Motor City Machine Guns versus the American Wolves. Now, both of these teams, very good to watch. The American Wolves were a good team back in the day. I mainly remember them from Impact Wrestling. I knew that they were in Ring of Honor as well, but I'm still collecting Ring of Honor DVDs, and then the ones that they're in, where I'm going to eventually go through them and then relive their Ring of Honor career. But that's a story for another day. Sorry, guys, I'm going off topic at the moment. But yeah, as I was saying, we're here to talk about this, not Ring of Honor. But yeah, that was the opening match. Each match felt very slow paced, very, very slow paced. Don't know if it was just me. That's just how it came across. The presentation of the production was okay. Jim Crockett's Promotions, held it all and everything, and it was good. I had problems with the audio in the opening to the pay-per-view, because we had music playing in the background, and Tony Schiavone and the other commentator, sorry, I can't remember who it was now, they were trying. I was trying to listen to them, and I couldn't hear them because the music in the background was drowning out what they were saying. And I was trying to lip read because there's no subtitle option or anything, so that kind of sucked. And then obviously, yeah, we went to this match between the Motor City Machine Guns and the American Wolves. A few spoilers I'm going to throw in here. Sorry, guys, just so I can get my opinions across. The match, yeah, like I said, each match was slow paced. This one I was expecting to be like, high flying, all over the place, like non-stop. But it was your average tag match that you would see on TV. That's how it felt to me. And it's such a shame, really, because I'd look forward to watching these two go at it. And I think the commentary team said these two have only met once before this match. I haven't seen that match to my knowledge. And yeah, so these two against each other as a match, I thought it was good. But it didn't turn out to be a great one. It was, like I said, an average match. I'd give it like 2.5, maybe 3 stars out of 5. The Bunkhouse Battle Royale was on the pre-show, which you can watch separately on the main menu. It gives you the option to have the pre-show. I can't remember what they called it though, but I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so that was on the pre-show. Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Killer Kross. This was another match that really intrigued me. Yeah, Killer Kross with his wife Scarlett. Davey Boy Smith Jr., wow, what a wrestler. I don't know what happened in WWE for him not to be a part of them anymore. I thought they would have taken a big interest in him, his build, the way he wrestles, and he gave Killer Kross quite a good match. That was probably my favourite match on this pay-per-view, to be honest. It was a really good one. But again, it felt a little slow-paced, but Davey Boy really took it to Killer Kross. And I really did enjoy that match. And, some of the bigger promotions should take interest in Davey Boy Smith Jr. Like I said, I don't know what's happened or what's going on with Davey Boy Smith for him not to be working in a big promotion like AEW or Impact or even WWE, as I said. But, yeah, it's a shame, really. He's a really good wrestler. Like I said, good build as well. Some powerful moves he pulled off in that match. Yeah, very good match, that one. I did enjoy that. My favourite match of that pay-per-view, definitely. Sorry to sound like a parrot, guys. I've been away for too long, haven't I? Alan Angels versus... Let's try and get this name right now. So, Konosuke Takeshita. Not Takeshita. Even though it's spelt like that. It's Takeshita. Right, so I can't pronounce his first name very well, so his last name's Takeshita. very good wrestler as well. Versus Nick Wayne versus the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. Again, that was an okay kind of match. Again, not very fast paced as you would expect it to be. We also had another one I can't pronounce now. Yuya Umura versus Ren Narita, and I think that was on the pre-show with the Battle Royal, from what I remember as well. Again, average kind of match. I don't know these two. This was the first time I've seen these two wrestle. Not obviously wrestle each other, but wrestle in general. I don't really know much about any of them until I've seen them here. Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton with Robert Gibson took on Brock Anderson and Brian Pillman of the Four Horsemen with Arn Anderson. They had Four Horsemen t-shirts on. That was okay. Bit of a throwback to the original Four Horsemen, when Brian Pillman and that were a part of them, and obviously Brock Anderson's Arn Anderson's son. And it's obviously something that Ric Flair would have wanted, because the Horsemen were a big part of his career. So yeah, that was okay. Josh Alexander versus Jacob Fatu. I think the Impact World Championship was on the line here. And one of the reasons that sold me this DVD, I needed to get it because it's a part of Impact Wrestling history in a way, if you think about it, because it's a Impact Wrestling World Championship match on a different pay-per-view. And yeah, that was okay. It's always a delight to watch Josh Alexander wrestle. We had the Von Erichs versus the Briscoes. Another reason I wanted to get this DVD, to see them go at it. And that was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Bandido versus Laredo Kid versus Toulouse versus Phoenix. Yeah, that was okay as well. And we had the Impact Knockouts Championship on the line, as Diona Purrazzo took on Rachel Ellerin and Jordan Grace in a freeway. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah, another reason for me to have picked this DVD up was for that match as well. Like I said, there's quite a few interesting matches on there, but they weren't great. They weren't 5-star matches. They were okay. I recommend checking them out. Like I said, especially the Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Killer Kross. That was my favorite. And then we had the main event. The main purpose of this whole pay-per-view was Ric Flair in his last match. So he teamed with his son-in-law, I do believe, Andrade El Idolo, and they took on Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett in a tag match. Flair took a beating in it. I think that's one way of putting it anyway. He got to the stage where he had to have Andrade just take over and do a lot of the work for him. I mean, there were times that were quite frightening. He faked a heart attack outside the ring. And I know he's done this a few times before in his career, but it was very scary to watch. And when he's just laid on the floor and just struggling to get up, even after he's been tagged out, he just lies there and just like he's lifeless, like he's going to die. And he said, building up to the during the pay-per-view, building up to the match itself, they were doing like promos and stuff, and he was saying that, even if this kills him, he doesn't care. He wants to die on this pay-per-view or so, die in that ring. And I found that quite sad, really. Sad that he felt that way, but I can understand because of his passion for the business. It's in his blood, obviously, and he lives, sleeps, breathes wrestling. That's always going to be his life. Well, it has been his life for 50 years, and he said, I think it was on Twitter or something. He said that he's not going to ever going to retire from wrestling. So this wasn't really his last match. I had a feeling it wouldn't be. He will return at some point in some capacity for a match in the future. He said he'd never walk away from it. He'd never retire. He's got a lot of heart, and I got a lot of respect for him for that. Only that, and yeah, the tag match itself, as I said, it was a poor match, a very poor match, and I'm saying as unbiased as I possibly can. He shouldn't have even been in the ring. He should have been nowhere, nowhere near it. I know he wanted to do this as his send off, but maybe he should have just kept the Shawn Michaels match he had at WrestleMania. Can't remember which WrestleMania now. Sorry, guys. That should have been his retirement match, and he should have just left it at that. That would have been the perfect send off for him. But no, he's done other things since, and then obviously he's done this match here for this pay per view. They put a lot of effort into it as well. His friends and fellow wrestlers and everything, by holding this for him. And apparently it did very well buy rate wise and made a lot of money, which is cool. But he should now. I want him to just stay away from the ring. You can be a manager by all means. Manage your daughter maybe again. Did he manage her? I can't remember now. Did he manage his daughter? I'm sure he has. But yeah, he should consider management, wrestling management of a wrestler. Not sure who. Maybe Charlotte, like I said, or maybe even Andrade. But no more returning to the ring, please, Ric Flair. This was too much for me. I'm not sure what you guys think about it. If you've seen it, you probably don't agree with my opinion, but it's just my opinion on it. I've been as fair as I can towards understanding and appreciating why he wanted to do this. But yeah, the build up to it seemed quite interesting with the beatdown, not beatdown bunny, with the beatdown given to that he received, in the car park by Jay Lethal and Jarrett. That set up the story pretty well, set up the match pretty well. But Flair, it just the end of the match really puzzled me as well, because he had Jeff Jarrett, I think it was, in a figure four. I'm pretty sure it was Jeff Jarrett. I apologise if it was Jay Lethal, but yeah, he had one of them in a figure four, and the ref counted 1, 2, 3 with Jarrett's shoulders down at the same time as Flairs were down, but awarded Flair's team the victory, even though he was let down the same amount of time as Jarrett or Lethal was while they were still in the figure four, which was a very bizarre, strange finish indeed. I didn't understand that. And yeah, as I said, the match itself, in my opinion, waste of time. Absolute waste of time. And I know there's a lot of Ric Flair fans out there probably going to hate me for saying all this today, but like I said, it's just my opinion. We're all out our opinion, and this is mine. And do I regret picking this up? No, I don't, because, like I said, it's got some historic matches on. No, they weren't great, but they're all part of history, and a few of them are a part of Impact Wrestling's history, as I said, because some of the championships were on the line here. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it, guys. It was one I was just going to let pass, but this came up by chance, and it was the only copy I saw for sale. It was brand new, sealed at the time, and I thought, yeah, I'll just jump on that then because of the undercard, the matches on the undercard, and I thought I'd check out the Ric Flair match itself, just because I've heard good things about it. And maybe that's just Ric Flair fans praising him. But yeah, he should just leave it at that now. I know he doesn't want to, and we are going to see him again possibly. But yeah, I think that should be just left at that now. That's it. That's a good send off for him. Even though, like I said, it was a bad match. Yeah, the overall score I give this one, guys, is a 6.5 out of 10. Because of some of the matches, like I said, they were interesting, but they weren't great. Yeah, fair play to Crockett Promotions for holding this for him as well. That's really cool. Nice of them to do that. But yeah, Feel free to like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hi to new subscribers. Feel free to comment your thoughts and opinions below. I'm sorry if you don't agree with everything I've said today. I can appreciate your, your comments as well. If you don't agree with what I've said, we're all entitled to our opinion at the end of the day. And then let's just hope that he doesn't come back to the ring now and just closes this as his final chapter of his career. That's it. Leave it at that now, please, Flair. Okay, guys, you take it easy. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.